Guys, welcome back. Over here, how's your week been? Mine's been good. So I decided to do a little new setting, and thank you guys for 86 subscribers. And because of this 86 subscriber thing, and since I finished all the books in the series, I'm doing the Goosebumps Slappyworld ranking. Worst to best, my opinion. There's probably going to be spoilers. So, yeah, Michael Myers. So I'm just gonna hop into it. I got a sheet of paper here. I don't know if you can like see through it or not. Not so. I'm gonna put my hand. So yeah, this is my opinion, and I have to be honest. I had to change this a good amount of times because, man, I had to change a good amount of this list. This was actually difficult to make. Well, some parts of it, not all of it, but a few parts. So my least favorite by, all right, let's just get the bad tier. We're in the bad area right now. Fifth Grade Zombies is my number 20th spot. Good cover. But the reason I put this book last is because, well, I don't feel like they do anything with the zombie thing. They don't do a good finale in the story. The character just gives up, basically, and just to join their band. And they have this setting thing, like from The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, and they actually have, that's a good setting, too, and the characters, like, the setting is good. I will say that. The setting is one positive thing about this book. And, like, the story of the zombies, like, the backstory, is interesting. They just don't do anything outside of that interesting backstory. Pretty sure they look like normal kids, yet they're zombies. Like, did they just put up on a lot of makeup? I don't remember the explanation. Yeah. Just bland writing. Don't do anything with these zombies. Although Brandon Dorman killed it with this cover, they just don't do anything, and it really, really is a disappointment. Alright. Okay, so this one is in two books in one kind of deal. So I'll cover up the book that we're not talking about. So that is Book 2, Attack of the Jack. This is the one we're talking about. And I gotta say, again, a decent cover, but the reason this book is so low is because Jack doesn't even attack. And, like, there's, like, nothing. They just go on a Pirates of the Caribbean adventure, which, okay, and it just once again has boring, dull, bland writing. That's the issue with a lot of these books here. The writing is kind of bland in this series, and that's sad because that's why we're in a bad tier. We're in the, okay, I don't even think we're in bad tier anymore. Okay, yes we are. Let me take that back. We're in bad tier still. Just the ending is dumb as well. I don't even understand it. It's just and there's so much filler. Like 30 pages of what feels like 30 pages of, oh, we're gonna sink. And then they don't. Filler. And Jack isn't even hardly an antagonist. You could barely even consider him an antagonist. Even Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas is more of an antagonist than a Jack, and he's barely in that freaking movie. But I do like him, though. Oogie Boogie's freaking cool. Okay, next on the list. Okay, number 18 spot is Book 17, Haunting with the Stars. I gotta say, the Thing cover is fine. Brandon Dorman did okay. A lot of people hate this book. I don't hate this book. I still think we're in the bad category tier, though. There's no horrible book in this series, thank gosh. But I gotta say, there is a few positives. Whoops. First off, the space, like the sci-fi thing. I personally like sci-fi, and I'm not a fantasy guy. So they did pick the right genre for me, in my personal opinion. If it was fantasy, this book would probably be somehow even worse. A thing I do like about this book is when they head to this place. They get to space somehow. I think they their cells or something, if I remember correctly. Like, all of it goes away. And it was like actually creepy and disturbing. And I gotta say, that was one good thing about this. And I guess the head chopping thing, that was interesting. The world is okay, and that's the thing and that's the reason I give it above last place. I wouldn't even say it's really good, but it is not awful, in my opinion. I will check, by the way, I will check that YouTube link later. Right now I'm recording. I think that was my uncle who sent that, by the way. I'll check that later. I mean, I really didn't need to tell you that, but you guys that, but hey, just to know, just to let you know. So I will check that out. Okay. Next on the list, I think I actually have it. Yes. Ghost of Slappy. Awesome cover. My gosh, why Brandon Dorman really did so good on these covers. So that instantly gives it 1 point. Like 10 points, actually. Okay. So he instantly gives his book like 10 extra points. And he gives all these books 10 extra points. Again, bland writing. They don't do anything with this ghost, which is a dang shame. Do something with your concept. They don't do anything. There are a few positives, though, I will say. I like the Slappy Seeds. Why are these so good? These Slappy Seeds were, like, awesome. So good. So freaking good. And I could literally reread those. Those parts in the book literally carried it. So Slappy Seeds were excellent. R.L. Stine did so good with the Slappy Seeds. And Slappy, there was this one thing when he was like, he's going insane because of the Slappy Ghost, and he loses his chance to get this girl to like him, which I thought was like, dang, Slappy did him dirty right there. Yeah, dang, man. Lost a chance because of Slappy. So I thought that was, like, interesting. That kind of hooked me for some reason. But I gotta say, Slappy literally is a great thing in this. I mean, all the Slappy scenes in this book are so freaking good. But once again, if you take out the Slappy scenes, there isn't really much going for it. Camp at the first, third, okay. Passable characters, yeah, but still. It would just be way weak. It would be way weak. Well, it would be a way weaker book. But since Slappy scenes are so good, he literally carries it, but it's still not really good. It's kind of meh. This one's an A book for me personally, because Slappy really does, like I said, carry this book. Next on my list, and I know a lot of people like this one. Apparently, well, according to Goosebumps for Dummies, a modern Goosebumps classic. For me personally, it's okay, now we're out of the bag category. Okay, you know what? Ghost of Slappy is in bad territory. And territory. Now we're in the territory. Oh man, maybe I need to get new lights for this thing. Look at this thing. Oh, it's actually not too bad, actually. It's way brighter on the screen, which is weird. This is The Dummy Meets the Mummy. Awesome concept. I like the cover once again. I like the mummy, and you know, who doesn't like the dummy, Slappy? But the reason I think this book is weak is because their interactions are kind of dull. And it's sad because I want like a Freddy versus Jason fight. If that makes sense. Now, do I think this is gonna go Friday? Wait, did I say Friday the 13th? No, Freddy versus Jason. Well, I guess Jason is from Friday the 13th. Well, hold on. Yeah, I want a Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees versus a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger fight, like a Freddy versus Jason fight. And I know, but like in Goosebumps form. Now, I know there can't be blood and stuff, but there could be some jabs, there could be some punches. But they really don't do what I wanted. I wanted a fight. Not this. And it's not bad. No, this is in the A territory. This is like a 6 out of 10 book here. The others are like 5 and below. This is in the this is a 6 out of 10, but it's a very low 6, if that makes sense. Again, that may just be my personal opinion. I will say this cover is so freaking sweet. Man, I could literally look at these covers like all day. I know they say never judge a book by its cover, but if we were like doing that, then my gosh, this would be even harder. What's next on the list? Okay, number 15 is My Friend Slappy. Okay cover. But I like the idea here, but they don't really use it. What I mean by this is that wait, is this? Yes. I do like what they're going with, but they could do so much more. Here's what I think they should have done. They should have made the main character really like Slappy as well. So then his friend had to save the day. And they were both causing very big mayhem. Trauma? Yeah, even trauma. Yeah, they're going to give people trauma. So, not in the wrong there, am I? That's what they should have done, but they don't. They go with the Slappy is thinking that they're friends. And I'm like, okay, we don't get a bad version of what I wanted, but I want what I wanted instead of this. This is not what I wanted from this book, unfortunately. Cool concept, but I wish they went went with what I suggested. I think that would have been way much better. But at the end of the day, this one's okay, I guess. Yeah, we're in the med territory, so yeah. Well, we're done with these. Alright, what's next on the list? I gotta look at my list. Oh, this is gonna be a hot take. Because a lot of people consider this top 3, top number 1, best in this series. But I'm going to do it. It's Alive, It's Alive. Oh, decent cover. Francine is this robot that does some decent messed up things, I will say. The robot does do some crazy things in this book that does give us some points. But why do I not like this like everybody else? It's a bit repetitive. Here's what about 3/4 of this story is. Okay, so we're making this robot. Hi, my name's Livy Jones. And Gay Warwis. Yeah, that's my friend. So we're in this school, like, competition. And, we're making this robot called Francine. We're trying to do something. Oh, no, Francine. Whoa, what happened? Oh, hey, want to look at a robot? Here, we'll use this as Francine. Hi, I'm Francine. I'm gonna ruin everything now. I know you're actually in, but still. And then, oh no, I did something. Oh no, why would you do that? Hey Dad, can you go check it? Okay, let me go check. The robot seems fine. There's no, thing. What? How's that possible? And then they do this over and over and over. And let's give a round of applause for N oh, I holded him here, I apologize. So, thanks for giving me a good example. Or I could have used this guy over here. That's literally this book. It's the same thing. We code. The robot malfunctions. Oh no. Hey Dad, check it out. Oh, there's no code. But how is that so? Over and over. And I don't mind that, but it gets noticeable. But not as bad as another book. Not in this series, the original, actually. Book number 5, Let's Get Invisible, is so repetitive and so boring. It's literally like, hey, look at this mirror. Whoa, dude, real cool. Over and over. Do something else, please. Next on my list. Speaking of the Invisible Boy, Revenge of the Invisible Boy. If this is a sequel to Let's Get Invisible from the original series, and this is a better one. I remember thinking this book was pretty decent. Not great, but pretty decent. However, this book has one big issue. It's very forgettable. I do not remember much from this book, if anything. Like, literally, nothing is, like, coming into mind. The only thing I think of is he went invisible and he went to, like, his uncle as a scientist. Literally, this is one of the most forgettable books, the most forgettable book in the Slappyworld series. And but I do remember thinking it was pretty decent. So that's why it's kind of here. Because I remember reading it and thinking it's pretty decent. I do like this cover, too. Why is that a good cover? Wait, why am I complaining? No, that's a cool cover. I like the frowny face. Like that. Yeah, I like that. I just don't have much to say about that book. Because I really don't remember it. Unfortunately. But I remember it being decent. Okay, what's next? Okay, number 12. Okay. Fright Night. Awesome cover. And the reason this book is lower... Wait, is this... Okay, yes. The reason this book is not... I love the cover and I love the title. And I do think... I don't think... They don't do anything scary with the monster or anything like... Really. The Fright Night is like a party or something. Yeah. Where they date the monster or something. I do think it has its good moments with, like, the kid, what's his name? Kelly, going down to the monster. The monster has a name, but I don't even remember. But yeah. Hold on. The scenes with him and the monster in the basement are actually pretty decent, but they don't do anything really scary. They go and abduct this other monster from another person's basement, and that's about really it. And it's like, guys. And people say this book is a comedy. Not really. I mean, I see jokes here and there. I think I could see it being somewhat of a comedy, but you're gonna tell me this whole book is? Nah. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I do think it has a few amount of comedy. Don't get me wrong. I do think the comedy in here is actually good though. Some of them, like him in the car and like, "Are we there yet?" or something. There was like that at the beginning. I did think that was good. I think there's a few decent jokes in here. I don't think it's a bad book. It's a okay book. Yeah. Yeah. So these two books are in the decent tier. We have now moved on from meh to decent, I guess. Well, I guess meh is decent. Or okay tier, I guess. These last few books. Number 11. Diary of a Dummy. So, honestly, I like this book. I like the garden part where they use flowers to put them in cages. Really cool. They find Slappy in a trash can. And I think there's like this one girl doll that actually has a big amount of threats. And you get to see Slappy's diary, basically. And you get to see some of him, like, writing this stuff down and, like, his other adventures, which was pretty interesting. And they go to this haunted house to, like, find his treasure and stuff. I do like that the dad sees this, that Slappy does not care. Usually, or a lot, in the original series, or very early series, he'd be, like, around the parents, just, like, unalive, basically. But in this new series, he don't care. And that's what they do in this book. And he actually says a few funny things in this book. I do remember laughing a few times, or thinking that he did say some messed up to funny things. So yeah, okay book. Next. Okay. Night of the Squawker. This book is like Lizard of Oz. But there is a difference. I prefer this over Lizard of Oz. I know a lot of people hate Lizard of Oz. I'm not one of those, but I'm not even going to say it's really good, but I'm not a hater. This book actually has a few things going for it. The, like, movie thing, and, like, the girl trying to jump out the window thinking she's a bird, and no, not Jacob Bird, which is me. I just wanted to say that. because why not? Yeah, so that's what they do. I like the bird thing. Yeah. What's the bird's name? Feathers or something? Yeah, something like that. The ending, I could kind of see coming. Decent cover. Let me just... Oh, yeah, decent cover for this, too. Decent cover, I like it. It's got good colors and stuff. It's got a good image of the bird. So, yeah. It's basically a better version of Lizard of Oz. Oh, definitely, like, twice... Well, actually, 4 times better than that book. I only said that because I know a lot of people hate Lizard of Oz, so... Yeah. What's next on my list? Okay. Number 9. Monster Blood is back. Good cooking show, and I like the cooking like area where they, make food, like Gordon Ramsay kind of show. And the Monster Blood... Here's the thing. I think the weakest thing about this book is actually maybe the Monster Blood. Because I like the cooking show thing, but like... They don't handle the monster incredibly well. Decent cover, once again. I just think the monster can be dealt with in better ways. I don't think it's the worst Monster Blood book. That goes to the Horrorland one. This is better than that one. And I like the ending of it, like, being in a loop. I do kind of think that's good. I like the cooking thing, though. Like, cooking scenes and the cooking competition is definitely the best thing going for this book. And the Monster Blood is a decent antagonist, once again. I like the Monster Blood series. And I like the Monster Blood antagonist, so he did good in this book. What's number... I hope you did not see my list. I will freak out. Number 8. They Call Me the Night Howler. Just a very enjoyable book all around, and yeah, okay cover. It's nothing special. This is a return of Dr. Maniac, by the way. Dr. Maniac is in this book. I like the superhero, like where he has to spin around and like summon fear or something. I like how it shows like being a superhero isn't all that easy. And the antagonists were really, really annoying, and I wanted him to get them so bad. That's one villain I wanted him to beat them so bad. So I liked it. It was a good superhero-like thing. It was enjoyable. That was a good book. Now we're in the like pretty good tier. Or really pretty good tier now. Really enjoyable. I actually really recommend that one. Definitely the best, like, Dr. Maniac book. This book I read 2 days ago. Wait. Hold on. I almost forgot one of my books. But that's okay, I got it. Next on the list is Judy and the Beast. And I gotta be honest to say, this was really good as well. It was not what I suspected. I like the cover. I was suspecting like a Abominable Snowman of Pasadena kind of story. And that's not what this is. I think they could have done better with the boys in black. I guess they're like the men in black, but boys. Okay. But yeah, I think they could have done better with that. I do like it. I thought it was a really good read. Enjoyable, interesting, decent twist. Nothing wrong about it. Of who the villain is. I like the monster. I think he is very enjoyable and honestly, he could be somewhat frightening if they would push it. If they would like make it like a darker book, this book, they could have definitely made him scary. I bet, or at least a little creepy. Next on my list is we have a 2-book and one thing. is please do not feed the weirdo. Slappy, when he does it, was funny in this book because he does like intros, outros at somewhere in the middle. He actually made me laugh. I like the monster. I just had a good time with this book. Him like, I like how that he's a normal kid, but when you feed him, he becomes a monster. And once again, the parents actually see this, so that was definitely an improvement because I like when the parents are actually involved. Usually in most Goosebumps books, they're not really, but I kind of like when Stein does a little different. Moving on to the other book in this 2 books in 1. I Am Slappy's Evil Twin. The Hollywood thing was really good. Slappy and Snappy were good. Very enjoyable. Good twist, too. I did like the twist ending. I like that Slappy might actually blow up Hollywood and they gotta go try and stop him and sneak in. I mean, that was like... Because I was actually believing that, too, but he wasn't... I don't think he really was. I think it was all a trick. So, yeah, I do like that. Is it kind of a lie? I will say, yeah, it kind of is. I mean, they're not really twins. He's not really Slappy's evil twin. That's not really true. So, yeah, they kind of lied to you. But I enjoyed that book. Huh. Let me go. Number 4. I'm actually doing something. No, never mind. I was going to change my ranking just a little bit, but no, I actually agree with this list. The special edition, Slappy Beware. Now, I know this isn't technically considered a Slappyworld book, but it came around Slappyworld book, and a lot of people consider it a Slappyworld book. So why not? So why be different? I do like it. It gives us a good origin of why he's evil, because if he doesn't harm somebody every day, he's gonna basically die. I like the family, and like finally the main character doesn't have to deal with Slappy. Slappy is literally causing trouble, and it's getting all blamed on the younger sibling, and the main character that you follow throughout that part, like I think it's part 2, doesn't even know that Slappy's alive. So I do enjoy that part. And I like scenes, and that part was awesome. And then you get another part which was nowhere near, like, was still good, but part 2, I think, in this book was really good. So was part 1, giving us, like, the wizard guy and stuff. Really good book here. Surprised me and all. It was just a good book. Enough said. Number 3 is the first book in this series, Slappy Birthday to You. When I first read this book, I thought it was bland, but when I have reread it, and it was really good. But the funny thing is that I don't care about the characters. I kind of don't like them, but for some reason, the writing is so good. Even if the characters to me in this book is basically like a 4 out of 10 characters, or like kind of bland man characters, passable, I guess. Slappy is really good in this book. Just something about the writing in this book is so good. I like the cover. Look at that. One thing I guess is that it is kind of over as soon as it starts. He sends all these dolls after them and then it's basically over. But I do think it is a really good book. The snot scene where he like puts his snot and burns that one kid. Oh gosh, that was horrible. That was disgusting. I still think it is disgusting. Number 2, Escape from Shutter Mansion. I love this book. Well, I don't love it, but it is very good. The video game is awesome. And then they actually have to go to the mansion to actually escape. And the parents just leave. That's the thing. I love the video game part, and I love the mansion. I just love it so much. Just good writing, even likable characters. But something about the mansion, the Shutter Mansion, is so good. The video game, the actual house, it's just all good to me. Really recommend this book, by the way. And that creepy neighbor that he has, like, he's suspicious about. Number 1, we're finally done. Slappy in Dreamland. Now, this is like a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of story. Hi, Freddy. Just wanted to show you off. It's Freddy Krueger, basically, but Slappy. I gotta say, this writing surprised me. This is the reason I actually read Slappyworld. Because I didn't have high hopes for Slappyworld. But this book surprised me so much that it basically got me reading the whole series and reading all these other good books in this series. The ending where the main character gets into the lifeless, like the Slappy doll or dummy, like, holy crap, that is a good ending. I like that ending. I like that Slappy invades your dreams, like he's Freddy Krueger, and does some like bite marks and stuff when you wake up and stuff. Really good. Really, this is my favorite book. But I gotta be honest, these two are really good books. Really good. Like, these are like 9 out of 10 books right here. Yeah. Well, that's it. I'm done with Slappyworld. I finished it. I'm done. No more. Guess you can now see it. My ranking list. My handwriting isn't really good. I apologize. So yeah, I'm done with Slappyworld, and I'm planning on getting book House of Shivers, book 4, Say My Name, Say My Name. I'm hoping to get it very soon and do a review on that. So yeah, maybe hit that like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everybody. Had a fun time. See ya.